Life brings us challenges, and not a soul on this planet can escape them. How we respond or react to the challenges creates our experience of life. The mind tells us that our experience depends on what goes on out there. We tend to externalize and blame what's going on outside of us. But as we access deeper and deeper levels of consciousness, we come to realize that nothing out there is ultimately responsible for how we experience life. As we gradually bring a deeper dimension of self into our human experience, of course, the challenges still come, but our experience of life transforms. Who is the one that is truly experiencing the challenge? You see, when we believe that the totality of who we are is the one that is experiencing the challenge, then this narrow identification invokes an unconscious reaction, not a conscious response. With our heightened awareness, we come to know that we are not the body, we are not the thoughts or the emotions, and we are not this temporary identity that we have become tangled up in. We learn to watch this temporary character go through its trials and tribulations and challenges in this lifetime. And there seems to be these varying levels of realization here. So we can have deepenings over time where we realize more deeply the truth of who we actually are. And it seems that this is where the freedom lies. So it is our degree of presence and witness consciousness during hardship that is crucial to how we actually respond in the moment. And the awakening individual learns to hold enough space internally to actually untangle their identity from the emotional and mental reaction. They're able to be there and witness as this emotional reaction, kind of this volcanic eruption of energy inside them takes place. And how quickly can you catch it? And we're able to really see like the racing thoughts going round and round, and oh wow, okay, these thoughts are occurring right now, but it's not who I am. And we make it all okay. It's fine. Since the experience of the body does not represent our true nature, we can sense the one beneath that is undisturbed, calm, and peaceful. We come to realize that all of the commotion is happening only on the surface. This is a way of being in the world that those that walk this path begin to realize, and this realization deepens over time. There are layers to be uncovered, layers to be realized, and the process is gradual for many, but over time, the way we experience life and its challenges absolutely transforms. How I respond to challenges now is absolutely drastically different to how I used to respond to challenges prior to embarking on this journey. Before I began this process of really disidentifying from thought and feeling and alchemizing the stories of the mind and stepping into deeper levels of presence, deeper levels of awareness. It almost feels like I live in a different dimension now. I can't even describe it. And I feel like I'm so less caught up in subjective experience and more attuned to the awareness observing it. More attuned to the awareness of who I actually truly am. And having said that, I am by no means a master. And this journey of transformation is still unfolding. It's so interesting because I actually find that myself and speaking to other people who also seem to experience this, because this practice allows for so much peace in one's life. You know, so much of the problems that are caused through the mind begin to just fade out and fizzle away when you're no longer attached to all of the stories, and when you learn to just drop thoughts, so much of the suffering actually really begins to fade away. And in doing so, we access so much peace. The truth of who we are shines through, and we experience so much peace, and then actually get, funnily enough, quite attached to this peace and cling to it and really favor it. And this can be problematic because it makes the mind very disagreeable when our peace appears to have been lost. Of course, it is only an illusion because that calm and that peace is representative of who we are. So it's always there. But yes, when we favor one side of duality and we don't allow for the other side, when we don't allow for the darkness and for the adversity and hardship, then we make it not okay. We create that resistance. But it is absolutely okay. These challenges, of course, they come to help us in ways that we could not understand. And I'm going to get to more about that later. But these obstacles, they are an absolute intrinsic aspect of a dualistic human experience. And so they are absolutely okay. And any resistance can only prolong our suffering.
Much of our unconscious reaction to challenges stems from the mind's stories, desperate attempts to resist, fix, or make the discomfort go away. The mind says, make it stop. The mind is a control freak, and from its limited perspective, it thinks it's all-knowing. It thinks it knows what should and shouldn't be happening. But this is a grand evolutionary journey that we find ourselves on, and we all have karma to work through. Remember, karma is not punishment. It is simply cause and effect, an organizing principle of this universe.
It's all just part of the experience. And so we let life and its challenges run their course, and we accept them as if we had chosen them for the purpose of our evolution. And yes, we don't fight, because once again, when we fight, we create tension, we exacerbate and prolong our suffering.
Once we become okay with our internal experience during challenging times, the space we've cultivated and our attitude of allowing enables us to be truly present with what is. We detach from the stories of the mind and truly feel our emotions. This presence shines the light of awareness onto our experience. Subsequently, and at times miraculously, we find ourselves moving through challenges with greater ease and swiftness.
All the while allowing for intuitive action, we can draw on tools to aid us in this process while remaining in a state of non-resistance. And yes, that is paradoxical, as we explored in a recent video. Embracing paradox in this dualistic experience is essential. This planet is so abundant with brilliant work that has been left behind by spiritual teachers, mystics, psychologists, artists, philosophers, and some that are still unfolding through those that continue to walk the planet today. So yes, there are countless tools to explore and countless perspectives to learn from, and many paths to walk. We just have to tune into our inner guidance system, align with our excitement, with our interest, and let it all lead the way.
As we raise our frequency and become more present, more aware, suddenly there is more space for old energy to rise to the surface. Creation seems to orchestrate challenges that are mysteriously yet perfectly designed for us. But this process is accelerated at times, and it can be overwhelming. However, the organizing principle of rhythm in this universe reassures us that this will slow down eventually. All challenges do pass. Form is endlessly shape-shifting, expressing in countless ways, but the force behind it always remains unchanged. Yes, impermanence is so damn sad. Watching everything expand only to contract, wither away, and become no more. This is one of the most challenging aspects of our experience here in this world, but it is also a blessing, since any hardship that we encounter also fades away. Even the darkest night must give way to dawn.
Thank you so much for being here. I hope that this video has served as guidance for you, or a remembrance for you, or even a message for you. So I am coming to the end of my chapter here in Tiruvanamalai. It has been such a transformational experience. This place is powerful beyond belief. And so yeah, on to the next chapter. So I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye 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 bye.